Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of the Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about what Ohio Patriot Education Network's mission statement actually is, as well as the team up that happened here yesterday between the cops and a bunch of leftist pro-Palestine terrorist types in this country is what it is. So to start out with, I want to talk about mission statement here because of something that came up in the end of last stream is what it was, where there was some dude in the comment section asking about stuff and then talking about me getting angry towards him or whatever the case be. And it's like, that's not what it was at all, dude. Like, you obviously, first off, this was probably your first interaction with this channel. So I want to point something out here is what it is. Whoever told you we're a 2A channel or just a gun channel, whatever the case be, that is a misnomer. What I actually am here is the Ohio Patriot Education Network is a 2A rights organization. It was founded in the state of Ohio on June 13, 2022, the day we got constitutional carry. Its predecessor and sister organization is called Ohioans for Firearms Freedom. That was the organization I had created back in 2021. That basically was what led to constitutional carry becoming law in the state of Ohio, is what it is. Our mission statement is and always has been to defend the Constitution, specifically the Bill of Rights in the U.S. Constitution. You know, the first 10 things our founding fathers actually was what was there to, write down and be like, hey, these are your God-given inalienable rights and stuff like this is what it is. So that's where we're basically at. We defend that kind of stuff to the death, basically, is what it is. And the entire point is to be here to fight the tyrannical bullshit at a state level and at a federal level, too, for that matter, when it comes to the fuckery of people trying to steal gun rights across this country that know that they're doing infringements upon our rights is what it is. And they don't care is the problem. You know, like I was saying last stream about Colorado, Democrats there pushing their state level A2B kind of things, what it is. Or you have Washington State doing the magazine bans, or you have Oregon doing some shit there with that Bloomberg amendment that's now being fought in the court system, stuff like that. And a lot of, like, I'm going to be honest with you, truthfully speaking, a lot of where my anger stems from is from this right here, dude. Let me go ahead and put this up to the camera a little bit closer there. That is the only evidence I have of the day that I was federally swatted on August 12th, 2019. By two fucking dickhead fans, one of them Timmy, obviously, who knocked on my fucking back door, knocked on my fucking, tried to beat my fucking windows in while I was sleeping that day, by the way, that Monday morning, over some bullshit. And the irony being the fact that the only reason I was even on their radar was because I stopped an Antifa terrorist months before that in Texas from doing a mass shooting. And yet they came back around on me because I had gone off on a little tirade, is what it is, in some video I posted that I made months before that and then posted the old YouTube channels, what it was there, where it was a what if scenario at the end of the day. They knew that for a fact, by the way. But yeah, they still fucking my life for, unconstitutional for 6 days of my life, honestly. And, again, use the FISA spy shit without needing warrants to actually spy my social media accounts, do all kinds of shit. Literally admitted to spying on me that next day on the 13th, that's what it was then. And, yeah, there's a reason why I'm pissed, dude. Like, there's a reason why I'm angry. Because, again, I'm angry at fucking tyranny existing in our country, is what it is right now. I'm angry that people who swear an oath to the U.S. Constitution that will sit there and break it almost immediately upon getting into office, whether that be with a speaker's vote, right after they swear right after they take their oath of office, and they're just like, yeah, I respect the Constitution, all stuff like that. That's what it is, their oath of office stuff. And then they'll immediately turn around and be like, oh, let me vote this piece of shit into power, whatever the case be. And it's like one of the worst people ever then. Like, yeah, that's what pisses me off, dude. And then, of course, it's these same people, like some of them to a lesser extent, but others to a more extent, actually, for that matter, that will then sit there and push through anti-gun legislation that they know damn well is unconstitutional. It directly violates the Second Amendment of the Constitution is what it is. Something we have fought hard for years doing. I mean, hell, I personally fought this fight for like 6 years now, dude. You know? And it's sad to me, too, by the way, when you see it goes back to that whole, causation and correlation thing is what it is there. where, one does not always equal the other, but obviously sometimes they do is what it is. And the thing is, you look back at the timeline of history of how I got into the Second Amendment fight, here's what it is. And why I created Ohio Patriot Education Network, why I created Ohio Firearms Freedom is what it was there. And it all stems back to the Dayton Massacre here in Ohio. It stems back to some Antifa and BLM affiliated piece of shit who tried to mass murder, dozens and dozens of people in my state. Obviously succeeding in killing some of them, unfortunately, including his own sister. And then from there, a couple of days later, every single fucking Democrat in my General Assembly proceeds to then try to push forward anti-gun legislation that's all created by Michael Bloomberg and Muslim in Action. Which, by the way, the shit they were trying to pass at the time, which was red flag laws, universal background checks, magazine bans, safe storage laws, all that stuff like that. It was all direct copy and paste Bloomberg legislation that was written by Bloomberg's attorneys, that was written by Muslim in Action people, etc. there, that they had pushed in other states, that they had succeeded in getting through some general assemblies that were hardcore left-leaning and stuff like that, whether it be Washington State, California, Oregon, etc. there, or whether it be other Democrat kind of strongholds in this country, like New York, New Jersey, all stuff like that's what it is there. Maryland's another one of them, obviously. And that's the entire point, though. So, yeah, we're not a gun channel. We're a political channel, if anything. I'll talk about anything and everything, honestly, dude. Hell, I'll talk about gaming stuff in here sometimes, too, for that matter. So, yeah, mostly we're a political channel. Our entire mission statement is basically this. We're fighting for the constitutional rights. We're fighting to keep things intact and fighting to further expand Second Amendment rights in states is what it is right now. Specifically, the state of Ohio is what it is. Whether that be an expansion on Castle Doctrine, whether that be an expansion on Stand Your Ground, whether that be an expansion on Second Amendment sanctuary, whether that be an expansion on constitutional carry, etc. there. Because in a just world, constitutional carry in the state of Ohio would look just like Indiana's does, where it's 18 and over, honestly. In a just world, our quote-unquote stand your ground, expanded Castle Doctrine would not include the ability to have people lawsuit you, their family members, obviously, if you end up smoking their fucking criminal son or daughter, for that matter, that was obviously trying to break into your home at the time. Or trying to do harm to you is what it is there, out in general public or something. So, but yeah. And like I said, I will always keep the FBI card, dude, just for that reason right there, just to show I'm showing it right now. Yeah. And what's even more fucked up, like going back to my federal swatting for a minute here, because I usually do like this one. I'll usually do it like once a year, stream when the day it happens, but I'll do it early this year, obviously. And we'll talk about it again probably in a few months is what it'll be then when it actually is the date then. So yeah, like I said, August 12th, 2019, taking a nap at the time. Fucking all of a sudden I just heard banging on the front door, back door. Eventually it goes towards my windows and my back of my house in there and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? And like, I'm being woken out of a dead sleep, obviously. Like, what's my first response? It's, oh yeah, grab my fucking gun and go investigate that shit. Which thank God I didn't, because this was looking at my back door, obviously. And then I called the guy up. Well, first off, I called my sister up, and I was like, yeah, is this bullshit or is this for real? And she's like, no, that's for real. And so I called him up and I'm like, what the fuck is this about? And Tim's like, oh, we have to talk with you, bro. And I'm like, what about? You can just tell me, dude. And he's like, no, we have to talk to you in person now. And I'm just like, whatever, dude. And then it's like, so I said something the next day with them and stuff. And yeah, they're outside my house. You got dickhead agent number 2, whose name I can't remember. I always call him the Wish.com Hank Schrader because that's what he looked like, honestly. He's sitting there trying to be fucking bad cop, and that good cop, bad cop BS is what it is there. And trying to get me into a what if scenario of like, oh, you said this. And I'm like, no, I said, if that were to happen kind of stuff. Because what they were trying to get me on was, I had made a video, like I said, that I posted the thing. And there was like about a 30-second clip or so in there. Had to do with that dipshit Andrew Yang is what it was. And I was basically equating Yang to Hitler at the time. And, how to stop a dictator and stuff like that. And like throughout history and everything like that. And like, if something were to happen, here you go kind of thing. Which is ironic because of the fact that you had the feds themselves at that time, and before that, and even after that for that matter, all doing rendition flights where they were literally torturing people is what it was, dude. So it's kind of ironic they're sitting there trying to give me fucking static about the shit. And I realized after the fact, like what they were actually trying to do is what it was, and it was trying to be like that. The guys that were involved in the Whitmer shit, there's what it is, that were all federal informants and stuff like that. They were trying to get enough shit on me, is what it was, to make me work for them, to cut me a plea deal, to be like, oh, you can be our fucking federal informant instead of going to jail, kind of shit, or whatever the case be. Yet they didn't have enough on me, is what it was, dude. So they were trying to get me to falsely confess to something I didn't say or do, so that they could actually arrest me on trumped up bullshit charges, which thank God couldn't stick because I was not stupid enough to actually admit to anything because I didn't commit a goddamn crime, what it was there. And to the point then where like an hour after that, they walked back to their fucking black doored black windowed SUV. Tim turns around, looks me dead in the fucking eye, and is like, "We wasted 6 days on this." And I'm just like, "Are you fucking kidding me, bro?" Like, it pisses me off to this day, honestly, because for two reasons. I didn't have a camera running at the time, which I should have. If I thought whatever, I would have been recording that whole fucking situation, honestly. But the only reason I wasn't is because I thought it was over the whole Antifa guy in Texas side stopped him doing a massacre. There's what it is. Didn't realize it was about me, obviously. And then number two on that was I should have had an attorney with me at the time as well to sue the fuck out of these guys and take their pensions and their badges and everything else like that is what it is. So, but yeah, that's why every single day I'll fight for the Constitution is what it is now, dude, because, you know, it's fucking freedom of speech at the end of the day, dude. It's you fucking trying to be like, oh, but you can't do this thing. It's like, dude, fuck you. I wasn't even saying that shit. So, and you fucking admit that to me at the end of the day. It's like, yeah, you admit that fucking, you got nothing on me is what it is. So, it's a bunch of bullcrap is what it is, dude, entirely. And that's the entire point of these people, dude. They are a bunch of fucking scumbags. They're a bunch of fucking tyrants. And in many cases, they're fucking controlled opposition is what it is, dude. It's like I'm going to talk about right now, honestly, with the other part of this whole thing today, which is basically you have apparently I didn't grab up the link there, what it was. Okay, here it is. Yeah, you have apparently that one from Chicago International Airport, who it was there, where these pro-Palestine terrorist people were blocking the fucking entrance ramp and stuff like that. That was not the only place that they blocked yesterday. They blocked a bunch of other major city areas too, for that matter, including Portland, Oregon area, I guess what it was. Or at least some part of Oregon anyway, on the highway there. Because you had the DC Drano guy saying, Hamas supporters block a highway in Oregon as part of their nationwide attack today, but here's my burning question. Why the hell are the cops just standing there watching? Emergency vehicles can't get through and lives are jeopardized. Lock them up ASAP. And yeah, you have these fucking sheriff guys right here, these sheriff's deputies right there, just sitting there watching the fucking happen, dude. They're not doing anything to fucking arrest these people. They should be, by the way. Yeah, they're just sitting there watching it happen. Just sitting there watching it happen, fucking having their vehicles, just having a circle jerk, basically, is what it is there, dude. But then what's even more fucked up is, then you have going down the comment section there, you had this woman here, I'm not sure where this is at or whatever happened yesterday, or it would happen in a different spot of some of the time or whatever, but yeah, she's sitting there like bullhorning in the fucking intersection. You have some cop roll over, grab her ass, and like beat her to the fucking ground. I'm not gonna show that video because of that reason, obviously. But then you have this person here point this out. Said these cops were not just watching; they were literally have the leftist backs. They were arresting people who tried to remove their fucking asses from blocking the highways. What it was, dude. You know, you got the cops over here arresting people. Is what it is then in that little circle there. So. Yeah, and then this Ed person pointed out, he said, better question is who is ordering law enforcement to stand down and do nothing? That's who we need to be looking at in each of these states these protests are happening in. Well, that's just it entirely, dude. And that's the entire point of the matter, right? Is this, to me, honestly, this reminds me very much of Charlottesville, back when Terry McAuliffe was still governor there in Virginia. Because it was between him, the mayor of the town at the time, who was a Hillary Clinton dude named Mike something, I think is what it was. And then you had Wes Bentley, I think is what the guy's name was, or something like that, who was the vice mayor at the time, who was a known BLM terrorist, is what it was there. You had these three fucking guys basically all calling for stand downs at Charlottesville, is what it was, with McAuliffe being the governor at the time, obviously calling it for the most, is what it was there. And you literally had these cops literally standing down. And in many cases, you had BLM and Antifa. You can actually find videos, by the way, to this day, if I'm not mistaken, 7 years later or so, of Charlottesville, where you had fucking BLM and Antifa going behind bushes and stuff like that, where they had dropped like coolers of, it was looked like a bunch of coolers they had dropped there, whatever the case. But when they opened up the fucking the chest lids and stuff, it was a bunch of clubs and bats and shit, dude. and like a bunch of other weaponry for that matter. Like you had that one famous video at that time. There was a BLM guy who had it was a can of Lysol or something like that and a Zippo, and he was trying to make makeshift flamethrower at these people. Is what it was, dude. So yeah, it was just fucked up shit, man, entirely. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's I believe truthfully, it's definitely General Assemblies, dude, for sure. It's probably the governors of these states for that matter too. Honestly, given I would say mayors too for that matter. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly where O'Hare International Airport is located there in Illinois. I think it's Chicago area or whatever. And if that be the case, it'd probably be Mayor Brandon Johnson, the Chicago mayor. That's probably one of the ones behind it. But I wouldn't be surprised at least if J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, was probably also backing that stuff and telling cops to stand down too, for that matter. And then there in Oregon, it would be fucking Tina Kotex's leftist ass telling them to do the same thing. Honestly, be like, oh no, stand down, like don't bother arresting these people. Is what it is, dude. But in reality, it's like, no, dude, they're illegally blocking traffic on major highways, dude. They're actually committing federal felonies, by the way, at the time when they're doing that shit, because it is a federal felony to block the fucking literal interstate highways. So it's like, yeah, dude, arrest their asses for fucking federal felonies, for God's sakes. And it shouldn't just be the sheriffs out there doing it. It should be the fucking feds themselves. It should be like FBI agents out there fucking arresting these people and stuff like that, dude. But of course, they're too busy going after fucking Trump supporters and other right-wing people is what it is in this country right now, dude. Just like they went after my ass in 2019 is what it was there. Over some fucking thought crime bullshit. So... yeah, it's just fucking infuriating, dude. And then people wonder why I'm pissed is what it is. People wonder why I'm angry about things. It's like, that's why, dude. Like, there's a reason why I get angry. There's a reason why I get riled up, obviously. And it's because I hate fucking tyranny is what it is, dude. I hate watching my freedoms and everybody else's freedoms, for that matter, be ripped away from us because of a bunch of fucking pieces of shit in power that shouldn't be right now is what it is. I hate having to sit back every single fucking day and watch as more and more tyrannical bullshit goes down in general assemblies across this country and at federal levels across this country. And nobody seems to be doing anything about it, dude. And it's like, if not now, then when? You know? Like, yeah, it's one thing to fight the court battles and shit, dude, but again, like, that takes a long-ass fucking time to get a court battle going, bro. Not to mention it takes a fuck ton of money to start it out with, is what it is there. So it's like, yeah, well, that's all well and good and everything, dude. You're still a violation of the Constitution, is that what it is at that point. And that's the entire point. Just like Honda's mentioning with Colorado there, dude. It's like, you have them pass that crap. They know damn well it breaks the Bruin decision, but they don't fucking care what it is. Because they're like, okay, go ahead and sue us, bro. Because they know damn well, the Democrats of Colorado know damn well at this point, dude, that it's going to take 5-10 years or something for it to get all the way to the Supreme Court again and be deemed unconstitutional as fuck or whatever. That's if the Supreme Court even takes it up, for that matter, as a case. It might just be held in fucking lower courts and stuff, for that matter, dude. And again, depending on what, circuit court you're at, if it's like, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever it is there, like depending on which one you're in, you might get fucked there too, because it's run by fucking a bunch of Democrats in those fucking circuit courts, dude. It's a bunch of Democrat judges and stuff like that who don't give a shit about violating your rights either, for that matter. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this, truthfully speaking, so much of our country could be fixed right now with just automatic qualification from office right now is what it is. Like, if you're already holding office, you can be to get out of office. If you're trying to run for office, but you're trying to run an unconstitutional platform like abortion or gun control and stuff like that, like, you're done, dude, is what it is. You're out of the fucking race entirely. Or if you're pushing for anti-gun bills as a sitting congressman or sitting senator or sitting state rep, whatever it is there, dude, guess what? You're gone. Same thing with trying to kill kids in the womb. You try to push fucking bullshit for like abortion on demand, moment of birth kind of stuff, or whatever the case be, you're gone, dude. You try to execute the next generation in a genocidal fucking homicidal maniac bullshit, you're done. Period. In the story. Because you're directly violating the oath you swore to uphold, the Constitution. That includes life. That includes the right to keep and bear arms. So yeah, you're just gone. You're gone, dude. You're gone. You're probably going to face charges after the fact too, for that matter. For deprivation of criminal law is what it is. And other different crimes like that is what it'll be then. So, but anyway, Yeah, like I said, I'm just irritated with what it is, dude. And it's fucking ridiculous what it is, dude. Yeah, let's see. Then you had going back to the comment sections of that DC Drano guy's video there from Portland, Oregon area. It was this Kenzie person said, "This is not a political protest. This is a disruptance of everyday lives. They should be arrested immediately." And then this person said, "Part of a coordinated economic attack." Said, "Tell me more about the A-15 economic blockade for the Free Palestine. For instance, who organized it?" And this says, "A-15 economic blockade for a free Palestine is a global movement organized by a collective of activists," so domestic terrorists, what they're talking about, honestly, "community members, organizers, legal workers, law students, and lawyers. The movement is coordinated by a proposal to organize a multi-city economic blockade on April 15th, which was yesterday, by the way, in solidarity with Palestine, which received overwhelming commitments to participate from cities across the U.S. and internationally. The initiative aims to, quote, identify and blockade major choke points in the economy, focusing on points of production and circulation to cause significant economic impact." So literally fucking domestic terrorism is what it is, dude. And that's all communist bullshit, by the way, that they're saying there's what it is. So the movement is supported by organizations such as Within Our Lifetime, whose organizer yesterday was arrested for various stuff and then tried to see the cops, and I forget what city it was, because she was like, "Oh, they fucking ripped my hijab off," and there's actually video evidence of them like fixing her shit for us, what it is there to make her look better and stuff. Like her dumbass fucking cult laws is what it is there. It also had the National Lawyers Guild Mass Defense Program. By the way, the National Lawyers Guild is an actual Antifa affiliated group. It's also Soros affiliated, specifically paid for by George Soros, which offers legal support and resources to protesters, what it said there. So basically what they're saying is it was organized by George Soros. Funding is most likely what it was. It was globalist funding by Soros and company. The domestic terrorist bullshit is what it is there, dude, which is not surprising at all. And again, it goes back to Democrats, what it is, dude, all the time. So, bunch of bullshit, dude. Sean guy here is saying he lived pretty close. Entire 5 South is empty. Said Eugene PD and state troopers are being told to stand down by, oh yeah, there you go, Tina Kotex's office. Organistan has surrendered to Empire Kotevich. Yeah, bunch of fucking crap is what it is, dude. And this other person said it's because Oregon has a Democrat governor and probably are given stand down orders. In fact, they're probably there to protect the annoying Soros paid terrorists. Yeah, exactly. Somebody else said volume of this means a major false flag attack is coming soon and it'll be used to push us to war with Iran. Maybe. I would say honestly though, like depending if it's an actual like, because that's the problem, right? It's a fucking. It's hard to say, dude, because this is the issue as well, and I've heard other things too, for that matter. Of like, I guess there was a discussion going on about the possibility of oh, what was it now? It was them doing like AI to do like UFO kind of thing, whatever the case be, where we would assume there was like a UFO attack or something happening then from like outer space and shit. And it would be AI being generated somehow to like make us believe that, I guess. Which I don't know if that could be possible at this point. Like I assume it would be, honestly, given the fact our government has like, shit that's like 20, 30 plus years more advanced than we have right now. Like hell, my computer right now is a few years old right now, honestly, dude. And it's like, yeah, knowing how advanced that is, knowing how advanced technology is with video games and stuff like that now, it's like I could easily see it being in a situation like that where it's like people are, talking about different stuff here and there is what it is. And then of course you'd have, various crazy shit going on there, and you'd have people who are, able to do all kinds of craziness is what it is then, dude. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at least, honestly, on that one. But at the same time, it also goes back to the possibility of, like what is the end game kind of thing is what it is. And that's the thing, like they are trying to definitely drag us into a world war at this point, and it makes sense to do a world war in this country's history right now, dude, because when you have cheater ass scumbag Biden illegally in power right now, his whole entire thing is to create dictatorship is what it is. And what better way to create a dictatorship in this country than to And I'm not saying it's actually him doing it. It would be because he's fucking gone in the head completely. Most days, what it is, dude. It would be Obama and everybody else controlling his ass. What it is there. So you got Obama, etc. There. They're the ones pulling the fucking strings. What it is, the puppet there. Known as Biden, and it would be those guys. The deep state types is what it is, like Obama, etc. There. That would be trying to put us into this world war and stuff like that, so that they could then turn around and have us in a full-blown martial law state is what it is. Because if you can do that, guess what? They can then say, okay, we're under martial law. U.S. Constitution is now suspended. Sorry, no more elections this year, people. And then we'd just be fucked as a country entirely. So, and again, going back to our mission statement here, this is exactly why we fight as hard as we do, dude, because we're not going to put up with tyranny like that ever in this country, dude. Ever, ever, ever. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that will, knuckle under, cuck under, etc. there. We're not fucking one of them, dude. We never will be. We never have been. We don't put up with tyrant and bullshit is what it is, dude. So, anyway. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking nuts, dude, is what it is. And yeah, and then of course we had back from November 2023, psycho congresswoman from hell, straight out of Sharia law camp, which was piece of shit. Rashad Tlaib fucking freaking out at some shit is what it was there, dude. So fucking ridiculous what it is, bro. So anyway. Let's see what this one was. This was also a couple days after November there. This person that called themselves the garbage man said Hamas, jihadist, Nazis, BLM, Antifa. So remember summer of love, actual jihadist rage. Hamas, jihad, Nazis of Antifa and BLM burned down major businesses across the country, looted everything, robbed everything, yeah. And then we're smashing up windows and shit. That's another thing too, by the way. So at that point in history, there was I think it was 3,000 people or something like that down in Columbus, Ohio, who were trying to attack our state house and smashed in a shitload of windows there and stuff like that. And then also committed a bunch of other various damage and stuff, like vandalized a bunch of statues and stuff like that, graffiti and whatnot. It ended up costing the state of Ohio taxpayers I think it was several thousand. I think it was a couple $100,000 anyway to fix all that shit. And the thing was, nobody was ever arrested or charged for that thing, dude. Not one person was ever found January 6th style through various CCTV footage and stuff. Nobody was ever arrested. Nobody was ever charged. Nobody was ever indicted, anything like that. And it's what the fuck, bro? Seriously. So, yeah, it's so fucking infuriating is what it is, bro. It really is. It really fucking is. What was this one now? See, this person by Honeybee said, we know who they are and what corporate elites support the belligerent government. It's time. Mayday said 4:30 to 5:20 to 5:2. So that'd be the end of this month to the beginning of next month. So there's no time, no buy, no sale, no work, no school, worldwide. It was World Economic Forum stuff, whatever the case be. So yeah, crazy, crazy shit, man. Not good at all, man. Yeah, that's fucking. I'll tell you what, dude. That is. We're getting to a scary point in history right now, dude. We really are. So, apparently, I guess this one happened last week here in Ohio, which was an 81-year-old man named William Brock charged with murder after shooting and killing Uber driver who he thought was trying to scam him. 61-year-old Laratha Hill is dead after Brock thought she was a phone scammer. So, according to Clark County Sheriff's Office, Brock received some scam call by a person purporting to be someone from our courts who informed him a family member was incarcerated and that he had a bond of a significant amount of money, is what the county sheriff said there. So calls turned out to be returned. Yeah. calls turn from "I'm an officer of the court" to "We have this subject hostage. This is a ransom demand." Scammer then requested an Uber ride to Brock's home to pick up money. It said Hall, who had no clue what was going on, approached the front door and was met by Brock, who shot and killed her. Jesus Christ, dude. Says Brock was indicted on 3 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious assault, 1 count of kidnapping. That's a terrible story all the way around, dude. That being said, though, should this man really be charged with murder? Like, because oh god, that's a fucking tough one. Unfortunately, it happened to be it was a black woman who was the Uber driver, and it was an old white guy. So of course they're gonna try to make the shit racial, what it do at some point. So I'm sure, which is not good at all. Yeah, again, this is why I'll be carrying around Ohio going forward again, dude. This is why I love my constitutional carry state, is what it is, dude. So. Yeah, the thing is, I know a lot of those phone scammers are like Indian foreign national types and stuff like that. That's what it is, dude. And it's like, yeah, we just need to have, like, that's exactly what we need to hold India responsible for this shit, dude, if that be the case. So, yeah, it's a horrible story, dude. Honestly, I'm going to say it like it is right now. We at the network, our condolences go out to both those families, honestly, dude, especially the woman who lost her life in that situation. This, again, is why, again, honestly, what's sad here, too, by the way, this is honestly, truthfully, why Uber themselves should be charged with this woman's murder is what it is, dude, because they don't allow their fucking drivers to carry on the job. And had she been able to carry, like, maybe, I don't know, she could have been able to, like, pull her own gun on the old man and be like, hey, I'm not this fucking guy or whatever. But that's the fucked up part, though, right? Is like, yeah, this happened on the 25th of last month is what it was. So that would be 3 weeks ago, yesterday. So it would have been 22 days now, what it is. So, yeah, horrible, horrible stuff, dude, for real. And, yeah, our condolences go out to both families, honestly, on that one, dude. Both the woman who lost her life in this unfortunate situation and the old man who was being scammed, had no idea what, basically thought people were trying to fuck with him was what it was, dude. And he pulled a gun in self-defense is what it was, basically, in my opinion. In a state that both has standing ground and constitutional care for the matter. So, yeah. So the fact that he's being indicted for murder is like, I don't know. It's. I feel like there's no winners here, is what it is, dude. Like, should he really be tried with murder, or should it be like manslaughter? Honestly, like I could see them getting him for like manslaughter, maybe, but like not first-degree murder, though, dude. I don't know. I feel like, I know that AK Nation News was talking about that story last night on his channel, and I didn't realize like there was more context to it than that. I thought it was just like some woman showing up at some dude's house to fuck with him or whatever the case be, and got kind of thing. So it's knowing more context to it now that it actually was like her having no idea what the fuck was going on, except her driving a fucking Uber and being told to go someplace is what it is. And then to pick like some dude up for a ride is what it was or whatever, I guess. And then that old man being like, get kind of like, here's a gun, get the fuck off my property kind of thing, whatever the case be, and just, doing whatever to that woman and then killing her, obviously. It's like, yeah, it's tragic, dude. It's fucking horrible all the way around is what it is. So I'm sure fucking Democrats are going to try and use this shit to push for more crap here in Ohio, I'm guessing, honestly, dude, especially considering they got multiple bills being sent to various things. They'll probably try to go and get some Republican like Bob Peterson or something like that, being like, Bob, this is why we need to have our first hearings on these already, and our second hearings and third hearings all the same day or whatever the case be. So, yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit, dude, entirely. So, I don't know. It is. And that's the thing. Who's to say that that old man wasn't suffering like being as old as he was in his 80s and stuff like that? Who's to say he didn't have like Alzheimer's or dementia issues and stuff like that or something? Like he might not have been cognitively all there for that matter. So I don't know. It's just like I said, it's just a horrible situation all the way around, and our condolences definitely got to both families. Honestly, is what it is, dude. Because the actions of some fucking piece of shit scammers, you now have two families losing relatives. Is what it is, dude. You have the woman who was unfortunately killed by this man, and then you got this old man now pretty much never going to see the light of day ever again because he freaked out and thought people were coming for him or whatever, so he happened to grab his gun for protection is what it was then. So, yeah, just horrible, horrible shit all the way around, man. Really bums me the fuck out, honestly, on that one, dude. It really does. As someone who considers myself to be very much a constitutionalist and very much, Second Amendment advocate, activist, etc. here, like it really just, it bothers me quite a bit, honestly, to see that tragic story come to fruition like that's what it is. So but then on the flip side of things, from that Ohio story here, you got this one out of New York City area is what it is here, which lives a TikTok here saying, you can't make this up. This illegal alien who was arrested for assaulting cops is complaining that, quote, his rights are being violated because people entering the taxpayer-funded shelter without permission. It's like, bro, you don't have any rights. You're fucking illegal in this country, you asswipe. Yeah, and as that chick we had on the TikTok pointed out, he said he literally entered our country illegally, assaulted police officers, is supported by our tax dollars, and now he's the one complaining about shit. Yeah, fuck this fucking guy, dude, for real. Okay, going back to that A15 thing that happened yesterday. So you had Chicago International Airport, a highway in Oregon area, and then apparently they were at the Golden Gate Bridge too. And there might be other ones too for that matter, but this is like at least the third one we see right now, which is police doing nothing to clear Golden Gate Bridge, and drivers have lost their patience. Yeah, you had this old man basically going off on their asses then. Yeah, you can't tell me that's just not organized, dude, when you got them all wearing the same fucking bullshit yellow vests and stuff like that, man. Also, I want to point something out here, too, by the way. So let's see here. So you got little Chinese fucking foreign national right here is what it is. Some obviously Antifa piece of shit in their fucking black masks. Another Antifa piece of shit back here. Another fucking more pieces of crap right here. Some of these people look, actually, honestly, some of these hairstyles and stuff look like the same exact people that were crossing our border here in the last month or so, dude. Would it really surprise me if that was the case? And this is one of the things they're supposed to be doing right now is what it is? Hell no, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So yeah, a bunch of bullshit entirely, dude. Yeah, cops are fucking little bitches, honestly, in these leftist states and cities, dude. Like, how hard is it to fucking arrest these people, dude? Seriously, get a fucking paddy wagon out there, toss them in the back of it, bro. Be like, sorry, you're under arrest for fucking terrorism. Go fuck yourself. Assholes. Take back our fucking country, for God's sakes. The right way. Let's see, then we got this one, which was Wall Street Apes guy saying, talking about California's $20 minimum wage, which, by the way, doesn't extend to Panera Bread for some reason. Said, we knew this would happen. California $20 an hour fast food minimum wage increase causes mass layoffs. Yet at the same time, you still got a bunch of these leftist fucking commie douchebags in California saying, oh, it shouldn't just be fast food. It should be all employees getting $20 an hour minimum wage across the board, dude. Yeah, as I said here, it said Papa John's employee showing paperwork he was just handed and forced to resign. Said everyone will be losing hours, and shows Papa John's will be firing all drivers. Fucked up, man. Let's go ahead and watch this whole thing, actually.
What's good, TikTok? So, you know how we're all getting paid $20 an hour at fast food restaurants, minimum wage? Well, now it's affecting.
Here's my question, though, right? He said fast food restaurants. How is a pizza place considered a fast food restaurant? That doesn't even make any sense at all, dude. Because to me, fast food would be like McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, Jack in the Box, Arby's. I'm trying to think of the other ones now that exist out there. Rallies, Checkers, In and Out, Burger King, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, across the board like that is what it is, dude. I would consider those places to be fast food. I don't consider fucking pizza to be a fast food place is what it is. That's just weird. Like that's its own separate entity thing is what it is there, dude. Maybe it was considered like chain restaurants or whatever the case be, like nationwide, like name brand restaurants or whatever. Maybe that's what they're talking about then, if that be the case. Because that would make sense then, logically speaking. Because I noticed there was a lot of chain pizza places there in California that were also doing those $20 an hour things. What it is there, so maybe that's what it was with the legislation. I have to actually read the legislation to find that out completely is what it is though. So anyway, continuing on with what this guy was saying though.
Everybody's schedule, and they're having to sign this waiver to let us know that we acknowledge and we understand the modifications and their implications.
It's kind of bullshit.
Is what it looks like. So it says, I have received and thoroughly read the letter detailing the changes with the company. I acknowledge my understanding of the modifications and their implications. And it told us to sign our signature. And then what the real deal is, right behind this page, let me flip it over. This is what they wanted us to read. And this is what they mean. Papa John's Pizza. And they're firing all drivers too, just to let everybody know. That's fucking crazy.
It's fucking unconstitutional, by the way. That's what it is.
That's my franchise owner. I am writing.
Okay, so here's my thing with that one. Like, I know that there are some states out there that you don't have a right to really work in or whatever the case be, or maybe it's the opposite way. It's like right to work thing, whatever, so they can't fire you without just cause or whatever. This seems like a lawsuit waiting to happen, though, is what it is, dude.
To inform you of some recent developments that may impact our workforce, As you may be aware, there has been a recent change in our hourly wage structure. While this change is aiming at ensuring fair compensation for our employees, it also necessitates a closer examination of our labor costs. In light of these adjustments, we find it necessary to carefully evaluate our operational expenses, including labor costs. As a result, there is a possibility that we may need to make some adjustments to work hours across various departments or teams. Please understand that this decision has not been made lightly, and our primary objective remains to ensure the sustainability and success of our business. We value the contributions of each and every one of our team members, and any changes to working hours will be made with careful consideration of their impact on our employees.
Jesus.
We are committed to keeping you informed throughout this process and will provide updates as soon as decisions are finalized. In the meantime, we encourage open communication and welcome any questions or concerns you may have. Thank you for understanding and continued dedication to our company. Together, we will navigate these changes and emerge stronger as a team. And my boss had just told me before going home that it's not affecting my hours because I close the store and I'm here from 6 to 2 a.m. every day. Nobody else wants to close the store, but it's just me. But all drivers are all getting laid off.
Yeah, getting the
if
shaft.
you're a driver for Papa John's, you will not have a job unless they put you as an in-store CSR, customer service representative.
That's fucked up, man.
Good luck to everybody. I think that's some messed up news.
It's a lawsuit wouldn't happen. That's what it is.
$20 an hour is starting to make a lot of businesses not want to pay. Papa John's.
I just want to point something out too. About was it 10 or 15 years ago now? You actually had Papa John's outed because they were putting the same shit that's used in yoga mats into their bread dough for their pizzas. They since take that ingredient out, obviously, after backlash, rightfully so, because you were putting in literally ingestible shit that could not be digested by the human body into your fucking food supplies. What it is, you assholes. Yeah, somebody pointed out in the comment section there, said if you supported $20 minimum wage, what did you think was going to happen? Companies in business, to make a profit, if there is no profit, you have to get rid of employees. The other option is to increase the cost of food, and that will reduce demand also. And then they went off from there, basically. But yeah, it's the same thing, dude. It's like, it's exactly what it is, honestly, dude. It's, you see it across the board, honestly. And the fact of the matter is that, what was I saying then? Yeah, the fact of the matter is like, you will always have companies implement cost-cutting measures. I mean, hell, you had was it not Walmart, Target recently in one of these leftist cities that was being robbed like fucking crazy in the self-checkouts and stuff like that. They were literally uninstalling the self-checkouts because of all the fucking assholes doing shit there. And there's a video I found the other day, actually, that pissed me off so much so, dude. And it made me want to beat the fuck out of this guy, honestly. Because you literally see his bitch ass just sitting there like fake scanning stuff and like knocking fucking, he's like he has like a gallon of milk or like a thing of like box or something, or whatever, just like knocking it around or something like that. He's fake fucking scanning it and just tossing it in a bag and shit. And it's like, the person, honestly, that was filming it, dude, needed to put the fucking camera down and go punch him in the fucking mouth, honestly, and be like, fuck you, motherfucker, stop stealing shit from here, you fucking asshole. And then kick him out the fucking door of the store is what it is then, dude. Without the bags and shit. And that's really the problem with our society, dude, is people just need to get their fucking asses beat in the streets right now is what it is. So, in fact, I'm going to go see if I can find that on our X page right now. Because it should still be there someplace in the last. I'm trying to think how long ago it was now. Oh, yeah, that was another one too, by the way. So going back to that coordinated attack by the pro-Palestine terrorist people is what it is. So you had police were shooting pepper balls at them yesterday while they were trying to rush and attack a Tesla production facility in Fremont, California. It says plant was closed in emergency to protect people from that were working there. So, and I guess there's also some kind of new like zombie drug coming out now. It's a synthetic narcotic. It's hitting the streets and stuff like that, making people look like they're zombieing out and stuff like that, dude, which is not surprising. Also, you had New York City yesterday. It was some piece of shit masked asshole, looked like a man, by the way, couldn't be non-binary, burning an American flag at a pro-Palestine terrorist event there in New York City. These people just need to be expelled from this country entirely, dude, at gunpoint. I'm going to say it like it is right now. Like, it needs to be military fucking shoving a gun in their fucking face and being like, get the fuck on the plane, bitch, and get the fuck out of here. And be done with it. And then you also had, according to DC Drano, 13 hours ago, he said, pro-Hamas terrorists tried blocking roads in Florida today and were dragged to the sidewalk almost immediately. We don't tolerate road blocking here in Florida. In fact, it's now a felony punishment up to 15 years in prison there in Florida. Good. And of course, you have all the lawyers go of America shit stains with their fucking stupid ass green hats on there. They're all Soros paid fuck faces. So, I really fucking hate these people so much, dude, is what it is. And what's even more sad, honestly, going back to other stuff there, is so you got these fucking assholes doing all that kind of terroristic shit yesterday. And then you got poor people like this woman here that we're going to talk about for a second here, who was saying, when your 15-year-old comes up to you and says, are you going shopping soon? I was hoping there would be food in the fridge today. Should have $90. Not going to break down and cry in a grocery store. Inflation is no joke.
You know, it really sucks when your 15-year-old comes up to you and says, are you going shopping soon? I was hoping there would be food in the fridge today. I have $90. I have to try to not only buy dog food, cat food, toilet paper, and garbage bags, and pads. I have to fill the fridge.
Yeah, I can look at that one. Better go find a food bank, lady.
I might be stealing today. Obviously, I'm joking. I would never steal. But it really does feel like one of those days where I'm going to put it down and cry in the grocery store. So,
yep.
Wish me luck, I guess. The good news is Food Basics has a VIP sale on. I was looking at a very important price event where like a lot of stuff's 99 cents. So rain filter. I should have went out yesterday, but I was too depressed yesterday. I'm too depressed today, but my son needs me.
Yep.
I'm gonna do my best. I did it. I made it. I spent all of my money. I have nothing left. Now I'm just. Oh, I didn't cry in the grocery store, but I'm about to cry right now because I'm in so much pain. Carrying groceries is really, really, really difficult when everything hurts already.
Yep, I know how she feels about that one.
Put one foot in front of the other. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Go home. Take some meds. Relax. Feel disappointed that I didn't get anything because it's not going to look like anything.
That's just sad, man. And people wonder why I'm pissed, by the way. Like, again, that's a great example of why, dude. Because I know that for a fact that's how I am right now. I can barely afford to even fucking put anything in the fucking fridge anymore, dude. In fact, it wasn't for my sister, I wouldn't be eating at all right now. And even she can barely afford to buy me groceries every so often as what it is then. I like what this person said. No one has done more to harm America than Democrats. This is also a good one. Trump's America, Biden's America. Yep. Just a desolate hellhole is what it is, dude. Jesus. This is just sad what this person said here in the comment section. I guess the original post there, he said the saddest part of that original post is that 80% of the comments were asking that woman to give up pets or suggesting budget cuts, trying to educate an adult on how to manage her expenses of $90. Truth is, current government has failed the citizens. They need to be booted out. Your allegiance to the government should not be that loyal that you forget to be empathic towards fellow citizens. Well, the whole point is, right, okay, it's not that fact. The problem is, and it goes back to what I said last episode with that fucker Johnson trying to do more fucking Ukraine funding bullshit. It's like, this is why our fucking economy is being inflated to literally fucking launder fucking trillions of goddamn dollars overseas to that fucking Nazi piece of shit Zelensky, dude. And his fucking buddies over there, because the entire point is the fucking uni-party, rhino-ass Democrats, etc. there are trying to fucking launder money overseas to Ukraine to be their fucking backup nation so that when they fuck things up here, they can just jump on a goddamn private plane and take their fucking asses overseas and literally dip the fuck out so they won't be fucking strung up in the fucking streets, honestly, in many cases. And that's the truth of the matter, honestly, dude. Because that's the point we're coming to in history right now, dude. Is that these fucking people are taking our society back to nothing, and every single time throughout not only U.S. history, but world history for that matter, whenever a country / empire falls, it's always the people in power who are rightfully to blame, and the people in those countries deal with them accordingly. Usually by what I just said, honestly. Where they become Christmas tree lights, basically. So, and what's even more fucked up is then you got all these illegals being brought into our country right now, where you have them going into fucking food banks and shit like that, and they're just stealing fucking food from American citizens. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? You know, you have this person in the comment section saying, dog food, cat food are not necessities. Feel for the lady, but you've got to cut the stuff out when money is tight. That's an average expense of over $5,000 a year, according to statistics. An extra $100 will buy lots of groceries for a year. So, again, it's fucked up to say shit like that, honestly, dude. Yeah, somebody here's an interesting one. Somebody brought up the fact, so why isn't the father buying the food for them or whatever the case be? It's like, well, okay, who's to even say that there was a dad in the picture ever, dude? It could have been a situation where this woman just wanted a kid and she went to a fucking sperm bank or something like that, and she got a sperm donor, and then she had a child. Is what it was. Or it could be something too where it was the guy might have died for all that matter. It could have been a good father in that situation, whatever the case be. And now it'd be like my family, honestly, where it's like, my mother, 3 kids under the age of 10 years old, and my dad fucking dies from cancer is what it is, dude. In 1987 is what it was there. And she's having to my mother's trying to take care of an 8-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old at the time, or almost 3-year-old at the time, which is what I was. I was 2.5 at the time my father died. And it's like, yeah, dude, like to ask that about people, it's like, you don't know what their situation is, dude. It could be something like that, honestly. Or it could even be something where, like I said, it might have been something where maybe she picked the wrong dude and the dude just dipped out or whatever the case be after he fucking nutted inside of her or something like that, for all the fuck we know. And she just chose to have the kid then, is what it is. Because she still wanted a baby, is what it was, or whatever. So, yeah, it's hard to say, man. It could be all kinds, or hell, it could even be the fact that maybe the father is working and stuff like that, and he can barely make ends meet too, for that matter. And all of his fucking money for his week's pay or 2 weeks pay or whatever it is there, maybe it's going to pay the household expenses, dude, like the fucking lights and everything else like that is what it is then. And it's her paycheck that's going to pay for fucking food and shit then or something. It could be all kinds of stuff like that, honestly. So, yeah. And then people were saying she could get on food stamps if needed and stuff. It's like, maybe, but who's to say that maybe that $9 is the fucking food stamps for all we know, dude? So, I like what this person says. Spend your money on beans, potatoes, eggs, and bacon. So here's the problem with that, right? That's not a fucking viable option in most cases because, number one, eggs have gone up like fucking crazy in the last couple of months just because of all the fucking food production plants being destroyed and everything else like that. Bacon, dude, has gone up like fucking, I think it's about 700% or something like that in the last year and a half or some shit like that. That's what it is, dude. Like, it's gone crazy high now. That's one thing my sister and I were talking about recently when I asked her to give me some bacon, is what it was, and she's like, yeah, this is kind of expensive now, dude. And it was like 10, 12 bucks a fucking pack now or something, bro. And that's here in Ohio, by the way. That's not even going to like a major city in Ohio. That's going to the rural area of Ohio, dude. So if we're talking about like a major city in this state or any state for that matter, it's like fucking $20-something a pack then for like not even a half a fucking pound is what it is there, dude. So yeah, it's just fucking nuts, dude. Yeah, and then people in the comment section here are saying this. What Ben guy was saying. Feel for anyone to struggle, but once she lost me when she said have $90 left, you got to get dog and cat food. AKA you brought animals for fun that you can't afford. Yeah, it's just fucked up to say that to people, dude. And somebody said, time to put her 15-year-old son to work. I mean, truthfully, he might have to, honestly, at that point. So, and that's the thing, right? Like, I know that for a fact. Like, there's many parents out there, my mom included, when she was still with us, man. Like, there was times where when we were kids, she skipped meals herself so that we could eat. And it's fucked up, dude. It shouldn't have to come to that shit, honestly, in this country, dude. Americans should not be forced to choose because some fucking assholes want to open our goddamn border to the fucking world and fuck over our nation entirely is what it is. And then you got fucking fuckbags like these 4 pieces of shit terrorists right here in America, fucking Tlaib, Omar, Presley, and Bush, refusing to actually vote to re-up the fucking Iron Dome defense there in Israel and shit. Which, as you guys know, I'm not super pro-Israel and stuff like that, but yeah, if they're going to pay us a bunch of money for rockets and shit, dude, give them the fucking rockets, you dumb cunts. So, yeah, let's see who else is in here. There's 4 that pieces of shit too. Or it's like 3 other pieces of shit. And then apparently Tom Massey refused to sign on too, for that matter. So it was 7 Democrats and then 1 Republican, being Tom Massey. Yeah, Andre Carson, Chewy Garcia, and Raul something or other. And it was Omar, Presley, Bush, and Tlaib was the other 4 people. So Yeah, just fucked up, dude. Yeah, of course, piece of shit Omar's like, oh yeah, I condemn the Iran attacks and stand with Israel, except she doesn't, obviously, is the whole point, dude. She's a fucking Islamic terrorist from goddamn Somalia is what it is, dude. They could fuck off back to Somalia is what it is there. So anyway, dude, I'll tell you what, Clint Eastwood is looking fucking rough these days, dude. I saw this photo from the other day when he was talking about being at some Jane Goodall event and shit. Like, that dude is unrecognizable now, dude. He looks nothing like he used to, honestly. Fucking crazy, bro. So it's like some disheveled old man right now is what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if he was had died pretty soon is what it'll be then. So anyway. Sorry, still trying to find that video I was talking about from the other. Oh yeah, that was a good one. So there was hundreds of dipshits yesterday lining up to be at a Houston, Texas IRS office, only to find out the building was closed. And there was almost a near riot because of it, which makes it even more funny. So, actually, here's another one people were talking about. This was labeled as this is what $164 gets you at a Costco. I think this is in America here. And it was just this little teeny bit of food. So there was like a thing of what looks like breadsticks or something in there. I'm not sure what that box is there. It's like some kind of dog food treats, like a pack of dog food or something there is what it is. And then like a couple things of meat, some kind of dairy thing, and then like a few things here is what it is then, and then a couple things of bread up there at the top. That's pathetic, dude. Pathetic is what that is. Not to mention the fact that Costco also has that stupid appeal bullshit, which is the garbage that Bill Gates puts on fruit and stuff like that to literally kill it. That's what it is there. Yeah, here we go. Leader of Within Our Lifetime, a radical pro-Palestine terrorist group, claims police ripped off her hijab and brutalized her. Body cam footage shows police gently fixing her hijab and hair for her to respect her quote-unquote religious beliefs while being arrested. Fucking ridiculous as it is, dude. Also, come the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, I really hope Tyson beats Jake Paul's ass into the fucking dirt, man. I just want to see that dude get so fucking owned in that fight. Like I was telling Corey the other day, I was like, yeah, I'd love to see Mike Tyson punch Jake Paul so hard in the fucking stomach it just like busts an internal organ or something in his body. So I really fucking hate that family, by the way, for multiple reasons, and I've mentioned them before. Obviously, I'm not going to mention them again right now. But yeah, they're legitimately hateable assholes. Him and his fucking idiot brother Logan. So, where the fuck did that go now? I know it was here the other day. See, that was Atlanta IRS. People bitching money. I want my money. Want my money. Let's see here. I'm actually trying to remember what I was even looking for it now is what it is. So, I think I actually lost my track of what I was even looking for now is what it is here. So, I'll probably remember when I actually see it here is what it is, but I haven't seen it yet. Okay, that's a dude chopping bees to save his bees. Okay, that was the illegals from the other day. Bunch of stuff there. Bunch of gun confiscation there. This was actually kind of a genius one right here in a fucked up way. Going back to that woman saying she would never steal or whatever. Then you got this fucking guy here. Steals pallet full of beer by posing as delivery guy. He just walks out with a whole fucking pallet of beer. It's fucked up, man. So, yeah, I'm trying to remember what I was saying now. That I was looking for earlier. Oh yeah, going back to the minimum wage thing there in different states and stuff. So we had this one. It was where are we at now? Using virtual cashiers feels dystopian. New restaurant in New York City is using virtual cashiers from the Philippines to take your order. Virtual cashier will take your food order through Zoom. New York City minimum wage is $16 an hour. These virtual employees there get paid like $3 and some change per go is what it is there, or per hour is what it is there. So, yeah. It's either going to be that or robots, dude. One of the two. And who knows? Who knows, man? So. Still trying to find that video I was looking for, which I can't seem to locate right now. I swear to God it was here in my shared stuff. Oh, yeah. I think I talked about this one the other day. I talked about it again, though, for a minute, though. This piece of shit ex-doctor. Abortionist said she does these things to babies' vocal cords during abortion, loses medical license. She should have been fucking legitimately crimes against humanity, death penalty in this country unless they appear in the story, dude. For that kind of shit. Fucking sick-ass cunt. So... where the fuck is that one video? I think I reshared too much shit is the problem here on the next page. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. That one wasn't it. Nope, nope. Nope, that wasn't it. No, this was not it either. I honestly don't even remember what I was looking for at this point, if we're being honest with ourselves. I know it was something, but oh yeah, that's what it was relating to food. That's what it was. Yeah, I can't remember, dude, exactly what it was, but yeah, whatever it was, I can't find it on here because it's probably more like a few days back, honestly, at this point. I'm only back like a couple of days right now is what it is. So let me see. I'll try to just zip through these real quick, and it should pop up here in the next day's worth of stuff, maybe, or something. If not, though, I'm just going to call it a day then, I think, on that one. Huh. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. Still not it. Oh, if you guys haven't seen it, there's a video circulating around of this dude who... It was him and his buddies doing some kind of crazy rap video or whatever. And you can see him, like, obviously loading the gun. And he's, like, fucking, like, whatever, like, fucking around with it or whatever the case is. And all of a sudden he, like, randomly, like, pops his finger into the trigger guard and, like, pulls the fucking trigger. Is, like, all shocked. He almost shoots himself in the dick, basically. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, there it was. Fucking idiot. I'm actually shocked he didn't shoot himself directly in the fucking femoral artery on that one, man. Shit's wild, bro. So, all right, still have not found the video I'm looking for right now. Let's see. This is back in April 12th. I swear it was not a week ago. Maybe it was, though. No, sorry, that was only 4 days ago now. I'm thinking about this. Maybe it was a week ago then. I swear it was here someplace, though. Okay, that was still from the 12th. This one is from the 11th. Okay, let's keep going back. A couple more here. If I can't find it here in a couple seconds, I'm going to call it a day. Then if that be the case, because it has not come up yet. I know it should be here pretty soon. Because I remember it being a food-related thing is what it was. So I'm still not seeing it, though. Okay, that was back when Alex Jones was talking to Benny Johnson the other day about suing. That was the ice cream thing from the other day. I thought it was after that, though, so maybe I didn't reshare. I swear to God, I reshared, though. Yeah, you got that woman who's running for Nebraska or New Hampshire's 2nd district confronting Hogg's dumbass the other day. Yeah, I'm not finding nothing here, man. I swear it was here too. It's not. Does not seem to be wanting to pop up for some reason in here. So. Oh, wait, here it is. Just found it. There, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, it was that douchebag fake scanning shit. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah, this was from the 10th. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is the whole video I was looking for. Yeah, look at this fucking piece of crap, dude. This is exactly why they're taking out self-checkouts, because of fucking assholes like this fucking douchebag.
We all know.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, that fucking fake scans the ramen. Like a fucking dickbag. Fake scans fucking milk. Taps it a couple times out like he's fucking scanning it through. Well, it just like shoves the fucking shit at the camera. Didn't do nothing for it. Fake scans TP. Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. Put the fucking camera down and punch this dude in the fucking face a couple times, honestly. Deal with the fucking problem right then and there, people. Instead of letting these assholes steal a bunch of shit and then fucking inflate everything else for the rest of us to pay more. So. Yeah, somebody said bring back cashiers, basically. So. Yeah, and this person was talking about this guy had kids with them, shaking my head, passing down the generations. That's what they do, man. And it's like the same. It's like my cousin and I were talking about the other day, actually. It's these same fucking assholes that are the welfare queens and kings of this country right now, who will sit there and be like, "Okay, mommy's gonna go get her fucking check for the month or whatever the case be," and then she walks up to the fucking, post office box or mailbox or whatever that is there. You know, depending if it's like one of the boxes, it's like right by the door there, by the place or whatever the case be. If it's like an actual. Like one of the big ass ones or whatever there. Just goes out there, okay, here's my check, everybody, let's go fucking shopping now. Got our EBT food stamps in now and shit. And then these kids, grow up thinking that's going to be how they fucking live, dude, is what it is. And thinking that's what it is. Government just hands you fucking money. And then you wonder why you got generations of entitled assholes, and that's what it is, bro. Not that hard to figure out, bro. So, it's just absolutely sickening is what it is, dude. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Okay, this is where we got to end things off then. So, you guys remember about a year ago when you had that trans piece of shit walk into that Christian school and kill all those kids and the teachers and stuff, including the principal at the time? So, you had this fucking piece of shit woman who is apparently a teacher at that school speaks out against a bill to arm teachers in Tennessee, saying, quote, "I simply cannot imagine how I could have pulled out a gun with 10 children underfoot in my arms. I think of all of the terrible things that could have gone wrong had I had a gun. Or you could have literally stopped a fucking psycho lunatic from killing a bunch of kids, you dumb cunt. Just resign from fucking teaching, bitch. Seriously. Just get the fuck out of the school system, you dumb cunt." So, yeah, somebody else pointed out in the comment section, said if you can't or will not protect children, you should not be a teacher, period. Exactly, dude. Yeah, somebody else said, can't envision having a firearm in a mass shooting event, can't envision using it to defend the kids and you're in charge of. How am I supposed to be confident you would do anything to protect them in any situation then? Exactly. Yeah, and then somebody else said here, flaw in the logic here, that piece of shit that committed that atrocity chose the school because it wouldn't be met, their ass wouldn't be met with armed resistance. Knowing the teachers had guns would have been a deterrent, period. Exactly. Or even just having a fucking sign out in the front thing that says teachers are armed and will use deadly force against anybody trying to harm kids at the school or something like that. That's what it would have been. So, yeah, these people have no business being in any position of authority in this country at all, dude. And the worst thing is, too, by the way, it's these pieces of crap like this girl here is what it is, dude, who will then go on to run for like a state rep seat in like 2, 3, 4 years, or whatever the case be, or even like 20 years down the road, be like a Mary Lightbody type, whatever the case be, that was like, oh, well, I was a fucking teacher for like 25 years, and now I'm going to run for fucking, be a state rep in the General Assembly and try to push a bunch of anti-gunner bullshit and a bunch of tyrannical crap on top of that as well. Besides that shit. And it's like, no, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my state, bitch. For real. Fuck out of office, you dumb cunts. Fuck out of the teaching industry entirely. You fucking indoctrinators. It's simple as that, man. For real. Yeah, it's just, and then again, people wonder why I get pissed off, dude. Like that shit like that right there is why, honestly. You know? And like she's saying, oh, I got 10 kids underfoot or whatever the case be. It's like, yeah, and guess what, bitch? One of them could have been my fucking niece for that matter. You don't know. And you're going to sit there not being one to protect my fucking kin? Like, fuck you, lady. Don't be in fucking position of power then, bitch. Don't be a fucking teacher in a teaching industry. Take your ass to some other fucking place where you're not going to be in that position to have kids to take care of. So, and I understand, like, yeah, it's a big decision to be able to carry and stuff, but that's the thing, right? Like, here's the thing about that, right? Just because you, as a teacher at that school, don't want to carry doesn't mean there's not other teachers at that school that wouldn't carry. or doesn't mean that there's not other teachers in that entire state that wouldn't want to carry. You know, it's the same kind of bullshit we had here in Ohio. Like, I think it was about 2 years ago, give or take, when they were passing our teacher carries, what it was then. And it was literally like the same kind of nonsense logic of, it's like, well, I'm too much of a fucking scared pussy to want to carry a gun and protect the kids, so I just assume every fucking teacher in this industry is too, for that matter. It's like, no, you're just a fucking piece of shit, lady. Fuck you. Get the hell out of the teaching industry. Kick rocks, bitch. So, fucking disgusting is what it is, dude. So I was trying to find. Yeah, and then of course you got Covenant School moms trying to stall House bill to arm teachers. You are the fucking problem, cunts. 100%, dude. Every one of your asses needs to get the fucking shit kicked out of you at this point, honestly, dude. Yeah, claiming, let's see, Tennessee parents, students, educators protest bill to arm teachers. It's ludicrous. No, what's ludicrous is that you have any fucking position of authority anywhere, bitch. Just because some fucking dude nutted inside of you. Fucking disgusting is what it is, dude. Every single one of you fucking people is the problem. And again, it kind of goes back to what we talked about in last night's chat with the whatever podcast stuff there, and 19th Amendment related issues. What it is, dude. This is actually a great example of why the 19th Amendment in many cases shouldn't even exist in this country at all, or in very small doses, honestly. So, nah. Baby was tasting bacon for the first time. He's like, yeah, it's pretty good. You can see his facial expression changes. He's like, yeah, it's pretty tasty, man. Although the piece they gave him looked kind of burned, so have that kid eat some like nice and crispy bacon that ain't burned, he'll be way better off then. So. You got another one here. I'm on Facebook right now. It's a little dad's eating like a thing out of a pan or whatever. And the little toddler daughter is sitting there, probably like a year and a half, 2 years old, being like, hey, I want some too. And dad just like gives her a little bite of it. She's like, that's good. So, yeah. I miss when my niece was that young. Because she was a really cute baby. So. Anyway. What is with all the fucking... swear Facebook is trying to algorithm me at this point, man, because there's like a bunch of different shit there for different things. So... anyway. That being said, though, I think our maintenance is finally done for the day, so I'm going to go ahead and just call it a day on this one, and then I'll be back at some point later, probably Thursday, most likely would be my guess. We'll do Buckshot Thursday then. I will also be doing Freedom Friday this week, obviously. We may or may not do Reseller Friday, too. It depends if my cousins and I go to the place or not and get a couple things. I know he's supposed to be coming over here this week, though, to help me clean out this area here. And I know we're going to be trying to get the comics out of there so I can make some money off of them then. So, but yeah, my plan right now, though, is to get that done, obviously, this week. And then What was I going to say then? Yeah, pretty much that's what we're going to do right now is what it is. And then I know Honda's supposed to be supposedly doing his two-way chat this today is what it is, which hopefully will actually do one considering that, he didn't do Sunday's chat then. So... Anyway, but yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit entirely, dude. These fucking people that are trying to act like they give a fuck about our society, and yet they won't even fucking protect the damn kids. That's what it is, dude. Like, what the hell kind of a fucking adult are you if you're not going to be able to actually take care of a fucking threat to the children that are underneath your fucking in your care that day? Like, y'all seriously fucked in the head, man, is what it is. So, and anybody pushing for the continued disarmament there needs to get their fucking head beat in, honestly, is what it is, dude, for real. So, let's see, I'm actually going to read this one here, is what it is, because it's talking about the other, there's just another article talking about them same a-holes not wanting to have this stuff done. It says Guns in Schools bill sponsor pushing for a vote within a week despite pleas from Covenant parents. Says through several Covenant families urged, although they say several families, probably that means like 2 or 3, honestly, is my guess, honestly. Yet meanwhile, you have other ones that would definitely want that shit pushed through, dude, to stop other kids from being killed in the future, what it is there. Yes, it's urged House lawmakers to kill a bill to allow teachers to carry guns in schools. Sponsor plans to push it to a vote as early as this week. Said, quote, "It is my desire and expectation to lift it from the desk and have a vote on it before we adjourn." Sendai, said State Rep Ryan Williams. So the bill has been held on the desk for nearly a year now, meaning Williams can pull it up for a vote and have it scheduled on the next available calendar whenever he's ready. Said the Nashville Senate passed it last week. Said, quote, "It's not as if I'm being unreasonable," Williams said. "I really believe this bill could save lives and also prevent threats of mass violence of any kind, of active shooter situations in our schools." He's right about that one, by the way. It says multiple Covenant families have actively been meeting with lawmakers over the past few weeks to urge them not to pass the bill. They say some have been receptive, at least behind closed doors, others not so much. So, okay, here's my problem, right? Who gives you the right to say that just because it happened to be that was the same school that this happened at? And the thing about that is, right, like, the fact that you're actively willing to put your kids' lives at risk continuously with this shit, why is CPS not taking your fucking kids from you at that point then, ladies? That's my fucking question. You are not only actively trying to continue to harm other children's safety in these schools by trying to fucking kill this bill to arm teachers / staff in the fucking schools there, but you are also attempting to harm your own children and leave them as potential victims in a future fucking massacre, you dumb cunts. The fuck's wrong with you as a parent? You ain't a fucking parent. You're just a fucking egg donor is what you are at that point, bitch. That's exactly what it is. Fucking pieces of shit, dude, in general. Anyway, continuing on here, it said, "We are putting ourselves out there. We are sharing some very personal details about what our families have expected and what we're going through as a community," Covenant Mother Mary Joyce said. I believe this is the same fucking stupid cunt, by the way, who was trying to fuck over Pro 2A laws last year is what it was after that mass shooting. And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same dumb fucking cunt who was holding up fucking 7 fingers to have the fucking one of them be counted for the piece of shit massacreist trans shooter at the time is what it was. So yeah, fuck you, Mary. You fucking dumb bitch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who that is. Yeah, that is who that stupid fucking cunt is. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yep. Yeah, when you look this one up, actually, it's this is what pops up for it. And yeah, she was this piece of shit woman right here is what it is, dude. Fucking dumbass in the far left there's what it is. It looks like a goddamn NPC is what it is, dude. It was one of the people like screaming at fucking Republicans about, you don't need to pass gun laws and repeal all kinds of gun laws. They're all pro-2A, etc., etc. Because I'm a fucking dumb blonde cunt that shouldn't have fucking voting rights ever is what it is. Who wants my own kids to fucking die in another massacre that I could stop by actually arming fucking teachers in the school system. But I'm so fucking dumb that I don't want to fucking actually have that happen. Here's another dumbass bitch with me and this other one who's also just as much of a fucking dumbass fucking NPC bot too. I really fucking hate these women, dude. I really fucking do, honestly. I would love to know what their kids think at this point, dude. Who are these young children? Like, are they pissed at their own mothers at that point? Because they fucking should be, honestly. So, yeah, the stupid bitch Mary had the audacity to then say, it is frustrating to not feel heard like you're screaming underwater. Maybe it's because you're a stupid fucking bitch who's trying to disarm fucking society, you stupid cunt. You fucking NPC leftist. Like, you were honestly worse than Mom's Main Action Lady at that point, because at least their whole fucking endgame is to be paid for by Bloomberg to push for disarmament. Like, your dumbass just doing it on your own is what it is, apparently. Yeah, so some lawmakers have questioned the families, saying they don't necessarily speak for the majority of Tennesseans, because they don't. That's the whole point entirely, dude. So even though multiple polls have shown an appetite for some gun reform through the state, yeah, and how many of those polls are being done on college campuses and stuff like that, dude, is my question. How many people are actually polled for them? 500, 1,000, 2,000 maybe at most? Like all of them? Always? So families pushed back on the notion, arguing that they have real-world experience. Yeah, right, sure you do. Well, that's the point, too, though. This Melissa Anderson woman, or Alexander woman, who I think was the other blonde in that situation, if I'm not mistaken. She is another one of these people who continue to push for disarmament and stuff like that as well. Okay, yeah, that is the other one that was in that with the stupid ass glasses on there. Yeah, so she's the other idiot in that picture that was with that married woman there. So that's the point, though. You are these moms to main action fucking wannabe robots and shit like that, dude, who are pushing for continued disarmament of that state is what it is in these school systems. And then you want to sit there and falsely claim it's people like myself and others who were the ones that caused these massacres. No, it's your fucking asses causing this shit by not allowing armed fucking staff on site. It's your fucking bitch asses that are continuing to cause this shit by continuing to allow the Gun-Free School Zones Act of 1990 to continue to exist 34 years later. That creates fucking gun-free zones everywhere in this country where all these massacres take place. And then it's your fucking asses that are holding up 7 fucking fingers for the dumbass trans shooter and the victims that they actually murdered. But tell me again when the 19th Amendment, by the way. Anyway, continuing on here, it says several lawmakers in Tennessee, whether in committees or on the Senate floor last week, have urged the bill is just meant to be added protection in case of another active shooter, and an armed teacher would be expected to handle a situation the same way an RSO would. Exactly, dude. And that's the thing. And it's like I said, like this thing, right? Like, okay, look at here in Ohio, right? We passed almost the same exact bill verbatim for arming teachers here in the state of Ohio. There was a bunch of schools that straight up said they're not going to do it. But there's other schools out here that are like, yeah, we're armed as fuck, dude, now. And in most cases, it was the ones in the rural areas that couldn't have an RSO on site because there's like fucking 2 cops in the entire county is what it is there. And you have like 30 schools in that area or something like that's what it is, dude. They're like smaller area schools and stuff. And so you would need to have armed teachers on staff is what it is there. And like I said, when you have the motherfucker who committed that atrocity admitting to everybody's faces that they specifically chose that fucking school, knowing it would be unarmed, knowing they would have no armed resistance against them, and proceeded to not do another attack on a different school because that school was actually armed and had resource officers on site, etc. there. Like, that should show you everything you know right there, man. And so, yeah, when you have these fucking idiot minorities, like these two dumb cunts, being fucking screaming the loudest and being the squeak will get in the grease every single time, it's like, no, you're the fucking problem. You were 100% the fucking problem there in that situation. You are everything wrong with this country. And none of you dumb cunts should ever have voting rights in this nation ever again is what it is, dude. So... see here now. And we got this one from 10 hours ago. Tennessee schools would have to out transgender students to parents under bill heading to governor's desk. As they should. As they should. Because you're not fucking trans students, you idiots. You're gender confused kids that sick fucking pedophile adults are trying to literally child molest. Is what it is. Yeah, what it's called is Jillian's Law. So... it was about a girl who was turning fucking trans, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it was. So, anyway. But yeah, it's just fucking disgusting, dude, what these people are doing right now. And what's even more disgusting is that they're indoctrinating these young kids in that same bullshit, dude, is what it is. To push for more disarmament in this country. And it's just, and the thing is, like, again, it goes back to what I said before, and it's what we've all talked about in the past. It's what, who was it? That Andrew Wilson guy was talking about last night, whatever podcast, where he was talking about the emotional responses of females, is what it is, dude. And I know for a fact I've talked about this before myself, is what it is. And that's the thing. Like, you have these chicks out there, they will go emotional response and be like, we need to ban all the guns right now because of blah, 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 blah. Yet meanwhile, if you'd actually have armed people on staff at that time, whether it be a man, a woman, etc., that could have smoked the fucking shooter on the spot as soon as they were shooting through the fucking door to get in the building. Massacre over. Only person dead is the fucking shooter themselves at that point. So, yeah. It's that simple, dude. It really is, honestly. This is exactly where we're heading towards a civil war in this country, by the way. I do want to point that one out. And it's just going to get worse and worse before it ever gets better. And God forbid we all couldn't just separate for a couple of years and chill the fuck out, man. But it will never happen when you got idiots trying to disarm society is what it is there. So... it does make me wonder, though, by the way, when it comes to like that Mary Joyce and that Melissa Alexander woman and stuff like that. Because they seem like they could be the paid opposition at this point, man. Because it's not like I wouldn't put it past Bloomberg to just pay these grieving families, honestly, dude. Because, I mean, he's done it before, honestly. It's how he creates monster action members like crazy, honestly, dude. He's like, here's some money. Go advocate for gun control, please, for me. Here's your monthly paycheck, ladies. And that's the thing. And like the thing of it is, like, most of these chicks like that, dude, they're trophy wives. Like, they're decent looking women, honestly, to some dude. They're not all that smart upstairs, dude, is what it is. They're pretty fucking dumb, honestly, in many cases. Like, the guy didn't marry them for their smarts. He literally married them for their looks, is what it is, dude. And so, yeah, why would I listen to some fucking brain dead airhead when it comes to rights and stuff like that, dude? Oh, yeah, that's right, I wouldn't. That's the entire point. Because you're going to go with an emotional response every single time. You're never going to go with reason and logic or anything else like that. It's always going to be emotion, pushing more emotional bullshit. Oh, but think of the children. Yeah, obviously you're not, because if you were, you would actually be willing to arm teachers that want to be armed in these school systems to stop a future fucking massacre from happening. So, anyway. But yeah, that being said, though, I think that's where we're at for today is what it'll be. I got some stuff I got to do then. And other than that, though, it's getting late. It's already 5 a.m. right now. So, but yeah, we'll be back, like I said, later on with tonight with Honda then, hopefully. And then I'll be back on this channel come Thursday for Buckshot Thursday. We'll talk more. We'll discuss more about this if it actually gets approved there in Tennessee or not. And then we'll do obviously Freedom Friday as well. And if it's not passed by Thursday, hopefully it'll be passed by Friday. Then if that be the case, then and then, but yeah, we'll do some different things. Here's what it is then. And yeah, I'll just be doing what I need to do. That's what it is here. So hopefully we're not in a world war at any time in the near future, but you know, who's the fuck's to say, man? Oh, nice. People are bringing up the Biden 1980 clip of him talking about the big shot mayors and stuff like that, which we obviously can't show because it is very profanity laden. That would probably get me a channel strike, honestly. But yeah, it's good stuff, man. Is what it is. So anyway, but like I said, though, it's fucking retarded nonsense, dude. What it is when you got people who are so fucking dumb that they don't understand, like, hey, this is not okay to try to disarm society. And then you bitch and moan about, like, oh, but how could we stop these tragedies? Oh, I know, let's grab some more guns now. No, you stop the tragedies by literally arming up people, and you don't allow fucking people who are bent on demonic hell of creating massacres to be able to do more massacres. What stops a bad guy with a gun? A good guy with a gun. End of fucking story. You know, it's just like that woman when she cornered Hogg the other day, called him out and was like, can you guarantee me at any given time that a government won't go tyrannical if we're all disarmed? And he said, I cannot guarantee that. And she said, okay, good control over then. End of fucking story, dude. And that's truth at the end of the day. And it's that simple, honestly. So, yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit entirely, dude. And these people want to sit there and bitch and moan and babble on some more about some fucking nonsensical bullshit. And it's like, no, you do not speak for the majority. You speak for your fucking own self because you're fucking retarded. And then you want to sit there and have your kid be disarmed in schools or have their teachers be disarmed in these school systems to be a potential future victim and stuff like that. That's what it is. And then God forbid that they would be. You're going to sit there and bitch and moan some more and hold a fucking picture of them out and be like, oh, but we could have totally prevented this had it not been for those pesky guns on the streets and everything and armed citizens being armed and everything like that. It's like, no, you're a bunch of fucking tragedy pimps and you're a bunch of pieces of shit is what it is. Go fuck yourselves, cunts. End of story. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see y'all on the next one. Have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant. Always be carrying. Always be armed. Because you never know when you're going to have to be able to be the person that is the armed response to a potential massacre in this country. Because some fucking dumb cunt in some state does not want the teachers in these school systems to be armed. So you may have to be an armed individual to stop the fucking nut job who is trying to commit massacres against small children. So yeah, always be armed and ready. Later, y'all.